Warning: the following stream contains flashing effects which may trigger discomfort or seizures for those with photosensitive epilepsy. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to RPG Capper, the channel where we cap RPGs of various design. Coming to you live from the Soda Mansion where the bottle caps live and the CO2 bubbles never stop rising. Today, we resume Dragon Warrior for the Nintendo Entertainment System. The cap is level 30. Our current level is 15. Let's resume the adventure and get right down to it. Okay, for starters, let's just copy our previous quest so we can get rid of this. There we go. Okay, I did not want to continue at this point, but let me just take a quick look. Alright. Just need to confirm, because we are still working from the first log file. Alright, now we're back on track. Alright, let's get right back into it. Okay, so when we last left off, we got our hero to level 15 with a strength of 68, 64 agility, 79 HP, 66 MP, and 88 attack power and 68 defense power with a broadsword, magic armor, and large shield. So we have collected a fairy flute, staff of rain, the stones of sunlight, and we have a spare bottle of fairy water. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to try and to get to the town of Cantlin, which has the more superior equipment available for sale. But, okay, before we do so, let me just take a look. Okay, we do have the Repel spell. So, with the Repel spell, we'll now be able to reject some of the more weaker enemies along the way, and I should do that right now, because otherwise I'm going to be running into a lot. Or I'll just use up this last bottle of fairy water. Okay, so from here we're going to make an attempt to the town of Cantlin. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, so Repel would not work against stronger enemies in this case. So, in this particular instance, we're just going to have to fight our way to the town of Cantlin. Pardon me, guys, I just have to close something off. Okay, there we go. A window accidentally opened when it was not supposed to. Things should be okay by now. Also, another thing, I just need to get something up here. There we go. Alright. So the next level goal is 13,000 experience points. We need to get the 13,000 XP to get to level 16. Alright, and we got ourselves our Demon Knight again, so let's just see if we can take him out this time. Okay, 27 points of damage is not bad. But he's still hitting me for a pretty good amount of HP. 37 XP collected out of this guy and 118 pieces of gold. Nice. But I'm still gonna have to chant heal. And at some point I'm gonna need to get the heal more spell because the regular heal spell is just not cutting it anymore. I don't know if you know what, I don't think sleep really works on these guys, but I'm just gonna try some there. 16 is pretty significant damage, but... and 21's very significant. Okay, I can 3-shot a Demon Knight. But at this point, I'm seriously gambling by continuing to get involved with this guy. And I'm going through MP like there's no tomorrow here. But we gotta get to the town of Cantlin, because I need that better equipment. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna deal with the enemies that I can handle quite easily. Like this knight here. But if we're gonna run into any more Demon Knights, I'm gonna have to beat feet. So here's a bridge, which can lead us to the town of Cantlin. It is a ways to that town, though. There's another bridge over here, but we're not going to cross that. That comes a bit later. I'm going to try this again, even though it may not work, even though it doesn't work against the stronger enemies, but still. Here we go here, past the poisonous defense swamp. And here we go with the town of Cantlin, right there. Now... oh my god, come on! This game's not cooperating with me. There we go. Now, if I were to enter into that entrance point right there, just one tile south of me, I am going to run into a boss, and here we go. A golem draws near. So, remember what we heard about the golem in the town of Cole? He can be put to sleep with the fairy flute. So observe. RPG Capper blew the fairies' flute. Quietly, Golem closes his eyes and settles asleep. We don't need to use the sleep command. We can just put him to sleep and wail on him like there's no tomorrow. And he smacks me for 36 points of damage. Yikes! We're putting him back to sleep. Stay asleep, you oversized rock quarry. And got him. Doesn't leave behind a lot of experience and gold, but it doesn't matter, it was a boss fight. And we need to destroy him in order to enter the town of Cantlin. Okay, here we go, the castle town of Cantlin. Welcome to Cantlin, the castle town. What do we got behind the desk? Ah, so this is just the same menu from the town of Brackenary. Never mind. Okay, since we're in town, what I'm I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk to this guy. 100 gold per night, very expensive, but hey, we got gold to blow. We could spend like drunken sailors in this town if we absolutely want to. So, and we can always get more gold. It is said that the Dragon Lords have claws that can cleave iron and fiery breath that can melt stone. Does thou still wish to go on? Yes, thou art truly brave. What happens if I say no? That is good, no one will say thou art afraid. Well, at least we get complimented with either decision. Let's see what this guy has to say. Need more herbs. What's in here? Just a regular little hut. Maybe it's an outhouse. Let's see what this guy's say. Come buy my radishes. They are fresh and cheap. Buy thy radishes today. And for some strange reason I can't buy radishes. Oh well. Let's see what this guy's say. Dragon scale and wings. Well, I don't need those anymore because I already have the effects of the dragon scale and I already have return for my spell. What shall I get for thy dinner? I know nothing. Do you not know nothing, woman? Do you? Well, I guess it's pointless to press them. So let's see what this guy's to say. Repels lost its effect. Okay, whatever. Get behind the desk, you dipshit. There. My grandfather Wynn once had a shop on the east side of Hawksness. Okay, so we know about a resident in the town of Hawksness named Wynn who had a shop on the east side. Nope, we found a little grove in here. To learn how proof may be obtained that thy ancestor was the great Erdrick, see a man in this very town. Okay, so we have a clue into the proof of our ancestry. Well, thou buy some fairy water for you to keep the Dragon Lord's minions away. I don't think so. All the best today. I've already got the repel effect. I already have the repel spell effect, so I don't really need that. Okay, grandfather used to say that his friend Wynn had buried something of great value at the foot of a tree behind his shop. Okay, so we have more clues. So, Wynn had a shop in the town of Hawksness. And he had buried something of great value at the foot of a tree behind his shop. So, there is something of great value in the town of Hawksness that we're gonna have to check out later. I'm Nestor. Hey, where am I? Don't tell me. Okay, so Nestor, so that's a nice little Smokey and the Bandit reference, but you know what? But at least we found where Nestor is, but it looks like he does need help, but I can't bother to help him because I'm on a quest. Okay, let's see what we have here. An axe, broadsword, full-plate magic armor. Okay, we've already had those, we don't need those anymore. They said that Erdrick's sword could cleave steel. And the Dragon Lord's scales are as strong as steel. So if we had Erdrick's sword, we can cleave the Dragon Lord. We can cleave the Dragon Lord's scales. So there's more. So with Erdrick's sword, victory against the Dragon Lord should be on hand. Okay, so another outhouse with nothing in it. Let's see what's behind this door. Magic keys, unlock any door. Does not wish to purchase one for 98 gold. Yes, because I have to replenish the ones I've already spent. We deal in weapons armor. Does thou wish to buy anything today? What does thou wish to buy? Okay, so we have a couple options here. The flame sword and the silver shield. We're a little bit short on the silver shield, so we're gonna have to go with the flame sword, but before we do so, I want to check the stats. So attack power is 88. So let's see how much attack power we're gonna get with the flame sword. Okay, flame sword is equipped. 88 attack power, it gets bolstered to 96. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So our attack goes up by 8, which is convenient for us. Alright, and let's see. But we are going to have to get 14,800 pieces of gold in order to get the silver shield. So be it then. Okay, so we do have trap floors that lead up to this man here, but we need to explore each and every last nook and cranny of this town, so we're gonna chance it. And we can always heal as we go along. So let's take a look. We're gonna heal up. Let us wish the warrior well. May the light be thy strength. Thou may go and search. From Tantago Castle, travel 70 leagues to the south and 40 to the east. Okay, so if we travel 70 leagues to the south and 40 leagues to the east, we'll find the proof of our ancestry to Erdrick. That's good to know. But let's heal ourselves up so we don't die on the way back. Well, just, you know what, screw it, I'll use an herb. There we go, that's more like it. Alright, so that took a lot out of me, but at least we have the information that we needed to go find the proof of our ancestry. And I can always restock on herbs. Okay, we also need to replenish a magic key, because we have to spend it just to encounter that old geezer. Alright, we're fully stocked back up on herbs and magic keys, so let's now go and save our progress. Well, no, let's just rest them at the end, because this is not a game where you can save your progress by staying at the end, and that's what King Lorik is for. Okay, so we're nicely rested up with full HP, full MP, and we're good to go. Okay, so we have ourselves a flame sword, which would allow us even more damage. We will allow us to inflict even more damage against the enemy, but we'll also now need to save up 14,800 pieces of gold to purchase a silver shield. A green dragon draws near. Okay, so now we're dealing with dragons. Okay, let's just bring up the guide here. Dragons. Weakest of dragons, even if it isn't easy. High-hitting power and breathes fire. One is guarding a special prize in the Marsh Cave. Others can be found near Cantlin and in Hawksness. Okay. 65 HP. Okay, high. 45 XP, 160 pieces of gold. Okay. Alright, back to this. So, first let me see if I can put it to sleep. Oh, I can. Cool. Well, let's see this. 22. That's nothing to sneeze at. I want to put it back to sleep because I want to guarantee my victory against it. And it's really giving some big-ass damage. And it's breathing fire. Okay, dragon slain, 45 experience collected, 127 pieces of gold. Okay, 3 herbs. Well, I took a little bit of hit from that, so let's go right back and stock up on herbs, since we're close by. Well, that dragon fight took a lot out of us. So we're gonna have to go right back into the action now. A Star Wyvern. Okay, let's check up on this guy. Okay, so it's a new Wyvern. Here we go, Star Wyvern. 65 HP. Alright. Significant HP, like the Green Dragon, with 43 XP and 160 pieces of gold to dispense. Less predictable than the Magic Wyvern and stronger, it is the only non-dragon monster to breathe fire. Its Heal More spell can cause lots of trouble. It's found near Cantlin and within Charlotte Castle. Okay, so we got our work cut out for us if we were to fight this guy. Let's get back into this. Heal More is not something I'd like to have to deal with an enemy like this. Because if I can't use Heal More, I don't really want to tangle with these guys. So let's get out of here. So let's move back whence we came. Now, in order to pinpoint the precise location of the proof of ancestry from Erdrick, we need to get someone who can help us with that, even though it's not something I personally want to do, but I'm a completionist, so I have to. But we'll get to that a bit later. So here's a werewolf. Let's see his stats. Here we go. Werewolf. 60 HP, 40 XP, and 155 gold. A mighty fighter and the strongest wolf. It rarely sleeps from your magic. This tough opponent is found near Cantlin and the Dragon Lord's lair. Okay. Wow. Alright. I guess I can make an attempt against him with the sleep to see if it'll work. Okay, 13 hit points isn't too bad. Let me try again. Still hits me. Okay, that's a little bit more significant, so I'm gonna have to herb myself. So we're dealing with some real tough baddies over here, but I beat them, so I get 40 experience points and 127 pieces of gold. Still, that battle took a lot out of me. Okay. Just gonna do one more heal, because you never know when we're gonna have to deal with someone of more stronger enemies. I'm gonna try again to see if I can destroy one of those... you know, I don't want to deal with this. I want to try again to destroy those metal slimes. Here it is. This is the guy I'm looking for. I want that big payout. I want that big payout. Okay. And one strike and it runs away. Again with these... Oh, you. You know what? Whatever, I'll engage. 31 points of damage is pretty damn good. Alright, I two-shotted the Demon Knight. Nice. So I should be able to stand up to these guys just a little bit more. I still have the magic armor, so I can still heal just a little bit more from my movements. But there's only so much it can help me when I'm down here in this part of the kingdom. 17 points is not... Okay, I'm getting my butt handed to me here, so let's just get... Okay, he just keeps dodging, so... And that took a lot out of me. Okay, it's no good, I gotta run for it. I gotta run for it. So it doesn't seem like it's worthwhile to be down here to face off against metal slimes when I could be facing off against other strong enemies in this area to boot. So it's not just Demon Knights, but also Wraith Knights as well. But I have the Flame Sword, so I should be able to do a significant amount of damage to him compared to that of the broadsword. Okay, I can two-shot a Wraith Knight now. That's not bad. But, oh boy, okay. So I went for a lot of herbs just to survive that fight against a Demon Knight. But it's quite clear the enemies still have a don't have a fuck around and find out mentality to them. That apparently being at level 15 is just not enough. Okay, a gold man should help, because if I can actually get back... So I can beat up enough of these guys, I should be able to get the money that I need to purchase that silver shield and stand up to all the rest of the riff-raff that come my way in this area of the kingdom. Okay, and this is the town of Hawksnest, as you see. I'm just going to step in to show you what it's like. So as you can see, it's pretty run down. So it doesn't appear that there's anybody in here. But there is something of great importance in that town, so... which I have to check. More specifically, in the area that used to be Wynn's shop. Okay, I get one shot of Wraith, that's good. Alright, so we're making some good strides here. Okay, blocks my spell, so I'm just gonna have to... truck it the old-fashioned way. No. I'm just gonna hang around here until my MP gets a little too low. Then I have to head. Then I'm gonna have to get back to the town. Well, then I'm just gonna have to get back to the castle, and more specifically the town of Breckenary, so I can stock up on herbs. And I guess I'm just gonna have to go and save the princess. No. Okay, let's build up this purse, because we need 14,800 pieces of gold to get that silver shield. So it shouldn't be too bad to replenish the purse, because we get better gold payouts here than XP payouts. But we still have to gun for those XP payouts. We need all the protection we can get in order to survive this area of the game. Because once we have the most protection, we should be able to make our first attempt on Charlock Castle, the home of the Dragon Lord. I'm pretty much running... Okay, I'm Dane. Yeah, that's the last herb. I'm not gonna chance it anymore. I'm just going to go back to town and stock up on herbs, because I need a proper herb reserve in case things get too hairy. And when you don't have herbs, that's a really bad sign. Okay. Okay, fully stocked with herbs and magic keys. Time to make a stop at the inn. Okay, so now, here's what I'm gonna do. So with this enacted, I'm gonna make my way back to the marsh cave. Okay, I don't really care about the poison swamp anymore. My HP is high enough to cross. Six, seven, okay, so we're still good. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a step down, and we encounter the green dragon here. He's a boss in this cave. Okay, so the green dragon wants to play hardball. So we're dishing out some pretty decent damage to this dragon with the use of our flame sword. And he's burning us. He's cooking us up. But we beat him. 45 points of experience, 136 pieces of gold. So now the way to the princess's chamber is clear. Has lost its effect as expected. Not like it was any good inside this dungeon. So here's the princess. Thou art brave indeed to rescue me, RPG Capper. I am Gwaelin, daughter of Lorik. Will thou take me to the castle? Yes or no? So if I say no, but thou must. Will thou take me to the castle? No, but thou must. Will thou take me to the castle? But thou must. Will thou take me to the castle? I mean, if I must take her to the castle, why is this option to take? Why is the option to refuse even there to begin with? I mean, what the hell is the point? Why ask the question? Princess Gwaelin embraces thee. I'm so happy. Oh yes, be happy. You better appreciate this. Oh, God. So even though you have the princess in your arms, you still have to deal with the Dragon Lord's minions. So like, hold the princess in your arms with one arm. Hold the princess with one arm, fight off baddies with the other arm. And the warrior seems to be doing quite fine with this little handicap. Now you're probably wondering, does the does the dialogue change when you're actually holding the princess in your arms, but apparently not quite. But in any case, we do need to stock up on herbs again. So the flame sword is not enough to defeat the Dragon Lord, so we're gonna have to get even better weapons. So now what we're going to need to do is return the princess to the king. We also need to... and we do need to continue raising money to get the silver shield. So sleep in bed with the princess. Good morning. Thou hast had a good night's sleep, I hope. See, the innkeeper's message is a little different. It's like, I hope nothing too bad happened last night with the princess. I shall see thee again. Wilt thou sleep in thy bed with me? No, but thou must. Wilt thou sleep in thy bed with me? No, but thou must. Must I, bitch? Must I? Now, normally I could just chant return, and probably that would be the smart thing to do in this case, but, here's what I want to do. I'm just going to go head to Garenham and see if there's any change in dialogue, because they talk about the princess a lot in that town. And so I don't deal with any needless riffraff, repel will be put into effect as a result. Okay, and we are back in town. Okay, they believe that she's in any way a cave, never mind the fact that I've heard him in my arms. Heard of one named Nestor does now such one. Yeah, I know him. Although he didn't really need to be told where he was. Repel lost its effect. And they just do not notice that I have the princess in my arms. These people are blind as shit. Alright, let's go to it. Let's just cast this now. Nobody mentions anything that I have the princess in my arms? Nobody? Who touches me? I see nothing, nor can I hear. Poor guy. He's pretty much... he's blind and deaf now. Okay, this guy doesn't change his dialogue, even though I now wasted a silver key over it. Nobody has made a... okay, only one guard has made a change in dialogue, but that's only because of his current health condition. Okay, nothing new here, so we're out of here. Oh, my dearest Gwaelin, I hate the RPG Capper. You hate me? Dude, you can have the princess for all I care. All I just want to do is kill the Dragon Lord. Nobody else says anything? There's no change in dialogue? Oh, here it is. Thank you for saving the princess. Yeah, you better be. Okay, we're back live. I have no idea why Twitch keeps doing that. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. But it happens. Anyways, if you guys missed out, this is the only... I'm hoping this got recorded, but if not, this is what happens when you talk to this woman. Thank you for saving the princess. That's all pretty much what happened between that little brownout that we had earlier with the connection. So not much has been missed. I'm just gonna continue checking in with all the other denizens of the castle to see if they changed their dialogue. So only 2 members of the castle have changed their dialogue towards me. Okay, dude, I'll be happy to open a fucking door, but first you gotta fucking move, because now you're pissing me off. And now I'm drunk. Okay, there. Okay, nothing new here. Now I need to replenish my magic keys. Okay, 6 herbs and magic keys, so we're good to go. Yeah, but you don't tell me where to search, you old coot. Alright, I guess we're gonna have to deliver the princess to the king. Oh yeah, that's right, my magic armor replenishes my HP, so I don't have to worry too much. Old brave, yeah, old brave RPG Capper, good. Forever shall I be grateful for the gift of my daughter return her home, RPG Capper. Accept my thanks. Now, Gwaelin, come to my side. Gwaelin then whispers, wait a moment, please. I would give a present to RPG Capper. Please accept my love, RPG Capper. Even when we two are parted by great distances, I shall be with thee. Farewell, RPG Capper. Well, thou tell me now that IDs today won't be forgotten. IDs have been recorded in the Bureau of Scrolls of Honor. Dost thou wish to continue thy quest? Yes. Goodbye now, RPG Capper. Take care and tempt not the fates. Okay, so we still have to do our level grinding. Thou love me, no, but thou must. Does thou love me, RPG Capper? But thou must, but thou... No. Okay, you see, now this is no way to build a relationship. You can't just simply tell someone that they have to love them. Because now you're saying, like, no, I'm not loving you because I want to, I'm loving you because you're telling me to, you entitled bitch. So here's your fucking answer. Is that what you wanted? Spoiled royal bitch? I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm sure it is. What else does she say? I love the RPG. Yeah, whatever. Take your love and shove up your ass. Anyways, by rescuing the princess, you get this. Gwaelin's love. Heed my voice, RPG Capper, for this is Gwaelin. To reach the next level, thou must raise thy experience points by 2,235. My hope is with thee. I love the RPG Capper. There's a little bit more to this. First, we have to leave the castle. I'm not going to get the chests that are in there because It's just peanuts. Okay, slime, fuck off. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Okay, so you don't really need to speak to the king every single time to determine what your next level will be, and how many points you're gonna need. You can now talk with Goylin for the love pendant that she gives to you. So at least, despite the fact that Goylin is a selfish bitch who expects you to love her based on her personal demands, she at least has shown herself to be useful in this case by telling you your total experience points in the next level. From where I'm at right now, my castle lies 1 to the north and 0 to the west. I love the RPG capper. So now you can determine the precise number of leagues to go in order to determine where you can pick up the specific item that proves your ancestry to Erdrick. But we'll tackle that a little bit later. First, let's rest up in town after all that bullshit. Alright. Okay, so for now, now it's time for us to get back into the action and start grinding to the next level. But before we do so, I do need to take a break. Quick bathroom break. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Okay. So, let's just get right back into the action. Alright, we got 2 bosses slain. Picked up the flame sword. Rescued the princess. Unfortunately enough. But Now we have to focus on building up our purse to 14,800 pieces of gold so we can purchase a silver shield and stand up to the might of the ever-growing minions and to the ever-growing legion of the Dragon Lord. Okay, so we have 10,766. We can one-shot a Wolf Lord, that's good. But I still need to make some more experience and money here. You know what, a gauntlet is preferable at this point, because I have to make up for lost ground. We've spent nearly the entire hour just getting items, exploring a new town, rescuing a princess, taking out a couple bosses along the way. But we have to focus on our main goal of capping. But remember, the cap, as stated before, is level 30, and we are still at level 15. We need to start building up those levels and that experience meter. So we're getting right back into the swing of things. So I'm gonna need... So if I get my hands on the silver shield, I'm gonna make an attempt at... I'm gonna make an attempt to... I'm gonna make an attempt in the town of Hawksness. That's what I'm trying to say. So first, we're gonna have to grind to 14,800 pieces of gold to get that silver shield. Then we're gonna make our way into the town of Hawksness to get whatever that special item is that's buried behind Wynn's shop. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that gold meter. Keeping an eye on it. So we're already at 7,000 pieces of gold. But I also really would love to destroy at least one metal slime and get that sweet, sweet XP payout. Okay, now we're also at 11,000 experience points, so we're now making strides here. We were pretty much off. We were put off by other duties, but this time we're back. We're back in the swing of things. All right. Okay, I can one-shot a Wyvern now, that's cool. But I still want a metal slime. If I can do nothing but fight metal slimes and beat them, I can level up like crazy. I mean, metal slimes can help you power level as long as they can be hit properly, and you can face a whole gauntlet of them. But alas, that game is not... I mean, the game here is not going to give you that privilege. Okay, now we have to deal with this guy. Oh! Rolled a natural 20 against him. Nice. But I am getting a little bit short on HP, so let's get ourselves back up to a reasonable level. Come on, I want another natural 20. That's what I'm talking about. Although I better not get carried away, because I can't always roll a natural 20 against these Demonites. And I still would love to encounter a Metal Slime here. I want to at least beat one Metal Slime to show you guys the actual payout. Okay, now we're now over 8,000 pieces of gold. Preempts me with a fucking sleep spell. Okay, I'm stopping his spell. There. I do not want to be preempted by a Magiwyvern with a fucking sleep spell. That could really cost me my life here. But at the same time, I can't always deal with the weaker riffraffs. I have to start moving on to more stronger enemies. Okay, I got a full set of herbs, that's good. Okay, the Wraith Knights are no longer a big deal for me. They were assholes last stream, not anymore. Not a minute. You know, I want to see if I can face a gold man. I mean, I would like the extra XP, but I do want a gold man. Gold man will help me reach my financial goal that much quicker, because I don't want to continue on like this. I do need to level up, but I want that silver shield. Alright, I'm just gonna heal up a bit, because I may run into a Demonite at any time. One shot a Wraith, that's good. Alright, plus 9,000 plus XP. I mean, 9,000 plus GP. Jesus Christ, I can't talk today. Okay, I would like to face off against a gold man if possible. Okay, Alright, I'll deal with a gauntlet because I need those payouts on a frequent basis. Alright, moving on. I actually think I stand a better chance to face Goldman in this area of the map rather than down in the southwest. Probably more. Yes, that's what I figured. I think there's more Goldman over here than in the area near Hawksness. When I get my hands on that silver shield, it should be a lot more easier for me to take out the enemies, hopefully. That's the theory. So we're gonna continue to... So it is 14,800 for the gold goal. So we have a little bit of ways to go to get to get to that amount, but we are making a lot of gold, so it shouldn't take too long to reach that goal. So I can two-shot a gold man, thanks to my trusty new flame sword. .33 points of damage, pretty damn good. And his heal spell wasn't enough to save him. Okay, so now we're at 10,000 plus gold for our hero. Okay, so now that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to get me back in the 5-figure range for terms of gold. But we definitely need to get ourselves that silver shield now. That's what I'm gunning for. So it's the most expensive item that I've seen in the town of Cantlin, but it's nothing we can't save up for. Okay, I need another gold man. Let's keep them coming. I guess the gold men got shy. I can one-shot wolf lords, that's good. Okay, we're getting some more enemies to fight. Okay. It wants to dodge. That's cute. It can't save itself from its own fate. I can one-shot a metal scorpion now. And the victories have never been more sweeter. Maybe... Okay. Guess they ran off over here. Okay, we're now at 11,000 pieces of gold. Okay, I shouldn't have to three-shot a wither with a flame sword. Come on. Also, gotta pay attention to my MP meter, because I don't want to be put in a precarious situation just when I'm on the verge of having the money that I need to purchase a silver shield. Okay, this guy is actually being a bit of a bamf today, but it's all in vain. I mean, victory is mine. Oh, beautiful. Okay, that's enough out of this guy. Alright, over 12,000 experience points. Okay, so we're just going to go back to town and rest up for a bit, because we're dangerously low on herbs, and I'm not liking the look of our current MP meter right now. Alright, back to the area where we were last time. We're all nicely... We're now freshly stocked with herbs. We're freshly rested. Okay, so I want to get to level 16, and I want to get that silver shield. So we have less than 1,000 points to go to get to level 16, but again, raising a level is not enough. I do need the better equipment here. Flame Sword's good and all, but my armor definitely needs a step up. The large shield, that's already been... We've already procured that already a couple streams ago, and it's already outliving it's already outlived its usefulness. I mean, the magic armor is good and all, but I definitely need a better shield. If we're gonna defeat the Dragon Lord, we need to have the best of the best equipped. And once I get my hands on that silver shield, I'll make an attempt on the town of Hawksness. Looks like we're getting some slowdown. I think that just might be from the internet connection. points. The points decrease. Thy anger bubbles over. Still keeping an eye on that gold meter. Okay, we're almost at 12,000 pieces of gold. Gonna go a little bit south. Okay, we got ourselves a big demony dean. Okay, 22 points, not a bad starting hit. That's 2 hits on them. That's 3 hits. Okay, so I three-shotted. So I three-shotted the Demon Knight. He gives me a decent payout of 100 plus gold, 118 total. And that puts us to 12,024 pieces of gold, but still not enough to purchase the shield. So we do need to heal up. And our current heal spell is not living up to its... It's not living up anymore. We need a better heal spell. Alright. Gonna try another... I'm gonna make another attempt to encounter those metal slimes. And just remember, you only have a 1 in 5 chance of encountering them in this area of the game. See, any other time you'd be facing a Wraith Knight, Demon Knight, or a Magic Wyvern, or just your standard Knight. There we go, Magic Wyvern. Gotta stop a spell because I will not be put to sleep. These guys are not somebody you want to fuck around with, but considering the amount of damage I'm taking, that's why it's absolutely more imperative that I have that silver shield. Alright. Healing up. Okay, don't you dare run away. Now you're wondering why don't I just put this guy to sleep. He can't be put to sleep. Apparently these guys are immune to magic. And that really discourages me. Okay, 31 points of damage is a good starting hit. Okay, I two-shotted a Demon Knight, that's good. But I can't keep doing this forever. I mean, I need... you know what, I need what I need. Okay. Here, I'll demonstrate. You put your chance sleep, will not work. I mean, it's not gonna be that... the game will not let you take out those slimes that easily. You actually have to work towards trying to beat them. Provided it doesn't try to troll you by having them run. But if I can roll a crit, that would be all... That would be all the... Okay, I can't find the proper adjective. I don't know why I can't find proper adjectives. Okay, all the worthwhile. That's what I was looking for. All the more worthwhile. And he runs away again, leaving me robbed with a nice little XP reward. And that is such a dick move coming from them. They preempt you, but they take the opportunity to flee. Two hits is not 22 hit damage is nothing to sneeze at. But I did take out the Demon Knights, so that's good. Just gonna heal myself up to a more considerable level. But this does cost me a lot of MP when I do it, so I do need to pay attention to the MP meter as well, along with the experience and the gold. Okay, 33 points of damage, very good hit. Who cares? $16, not good for against an enemy like this. I need at least 20 plus damage for every roll. Okay, 13,000 plus gold. And 3 herbs. Wait, can I still cast Return? Fuck! Okay. Oh my god, the fuck around and find out temptation in this game is so great. Oh well, at least I got that out of it. Okay, Metal Slime. I'm not gonna turn down a fight with a Metal Slime. Yes, that's what I wanted to see. Finally beat my first Metal Slime, got 115 glorious points of experience, but a lousy 4 pieces of gold. But you know what? I don't care. 115 experience is good experience. Okay, fuck you. To tide me over until I can get the hell out of those. Those hills will slow your progress. And I don't like being preempted by enemies in this area. Yeah, that's what you get for preempting me. I'm gonna have to take another herb, because I'm still a little nervous. I'm not out of the woods yet. Okay, 13,510. Good, good, good. Six points. Okay, so since I'm low on MP, I have to take the scenic route. Closest town is Garenham. Why do I have so much gas this morning? Jeez, I feel like I'm burping every couple minutes or so. I guess maybe it's because I just eat too fast. I mean, if there's food I love eating, I'm just gonna eat it. I just eat like there's no tomorrow, and then I just get gas for the rest of the day. Guess that's just the way I am. Or maybe it's just the CO2 bubbles that are permeating around me at all times. I don't know. I mean, the soda mention is what it is. You know, I might as well deal with the tiny little riffraff and get those miniature rewards. Geezer, move! Okay, so we're fully rested up, now back to the action. Alright, 13,700, we're making good strides. Skeletons are running, we're making good strides. Alright, let's take out this guy. Okay, this'll help. Alright, now we're at 14,030. So 770 more pieces of gold to our financial goal. Okay, so now we have 12,000 iron, so looks to be, let's see, 91, yeah. So now I need one more experience points to the next level. Roll the natural 20 dodging that motherfucker. Well, at least I got him. Alright. Oh, yes, that's cute. Only 2 more experience points to the next level. Well, you know what? We're just gonna make our way to the town of Cantlin in this case. Making sure we have enough herbs. Good, good, good. And because by the time we get to town Cantlin, we should have just enough to purchase that silver shield. Alright, finally got to 16. Power by 4, speed by 6, by 5, hit points, magic points by 21. No new spell. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to go without a new spell for the time being. I'm gonna stop spell them. Hitting me with fire. Let's see if I can take him out. I do have the flame sword now, but holy shit is he dishing out a lot of damage. I'm not playing fuck around find out with this, I'm just gonna use an herb. And I beat my first Star Weapon. That netted me 43 experience points and 145 pieces of gold, but still I'm 60 gold away from getting to 14,800. Oh, I love this game. I love it. Yes, cook me like a goose. And it's dodging. Oh my god. No! Shit. Okay, I have to run. I have to run. Shit, 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 shit. You know what? I know this is gonna be frustrating to you viewers, but I'm just not confident right now. I just need to get back to town, stock up on herbs, and try again. Sometimes the game does not throw you a bone. It just does not throw you a bone. The orange numbers will fuck around with you. I need a full stock of herbs. I'm sorry, but I do. Well, considering the fact that we leveled up, let's at least talk to the king and save our progress. Now, we don't need to have our XP goal read out to us, because we have Goylin's love for that. But Goylin can't save our game. The king can. Okay, so it's another 3,000 points to the next level. So therefore, we have to get the 16,000 XP. We have to get the XP meter to 16,000 in order to level up again. Yes. Not talking to you, Goylin. Alright, first we're gonna repel the minor minions here, because we don't need to worry about them. But I still want that silver shield. Okay. Alright. And 14,892. 6 herbs. We're all set to go back to Cantlin to get that silver shield. Then after that, we'll have to try to make an attempt in Hawksnest to get that special item that's in there. Oh, you mother. Well, we do need that XP. Because even though we're grinding for equipment, we're also grinding for levels too. Knight's asleep. Cook him with our flame sword. Cook him with our flame sword. Okay, that's more like it. Metal slip. And I'm denied. Stopping his sleep spell, because I do not want to be put to sleep. Can't do that. Even though I have a flame sword, it wasn't enough to cleave its tough exterior. Nope. I have to find Erdrick's sword to do that. Oh. Alright. Moving on. Okay, it looks like we have a bit of a spell off here. The spell will not work. The spell will not work. The spell will not work. The spell will not work, etc., etc. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. I played around with these guys long enough, now I just want to get to the fucking town. I don't know if this is gonna work, but you know what? I'll try anything. I just want the fucking shield now, man. Just leave me alone. Oh, fuck your preemption, you fucking asshole. I'll still stop spell him just in case. Yeah, that's what I thought. But at least I'll tackle with Magic Wyverns because at least when their sleep spell's disabled, they're sitting ducks. Don't block me so you can cook me. Oh, you motherfucker. I think I can put these guys to sleep. No, I want out. Get out of here. Good. I didn't make my way all to Cantland just to be cooked by a green dragon. Alright. Time for that silver shield. Hold on. I didn't do a defense check. I want to take a look. So, defense power is 71. Okay, now we have something to compare it to. Okay. Brings our defense power to 81, so that's a 10-point boost. Repels Lust's effect, I can see that, and let's rest up. And 3 herbs, so let's restock on herbs. Wait, I think I have to talk to this guy. Okay, I'll try putting him to sleep. Because that's 13. 22. Still does major damage to me even with the fucking shield. Oh, come on. Don't... Okay. Let's not lose our temper here. We need to finish this. Although now I'm gonna have to restock on herbs after this frickin' battle. So Werewolf is beaten, got 40 XP and 119 pieces of gold out of it. 3 herbs. Half my herb supply just went down the drain just to kill a fucking werewolf. And now I want to check my stats. Flame Sword, Magic Armor, Silver Shield. So we have that. But it's still not enough. Oh my god, this game. Okay. Oops. Why did I go to the radish shop? I don't know. Alright. So we're freshly stocked on herbs. So I guess I still can't deal with the riffraff in this area of the game yet, so I'll have to... Looks like I might need another piece of equipment. Oh, a wizard. Okay, we're gonna have to take a look at the guide for this. So we got a wizard, let's take a look. Okay. Here we go. Wizard. 65 HP, 50 XP, 165 gold. Known as Druid Lords and Game Boy Color. Bigger brother to the other magicians. The wizard will truly test your skill in using magic. He will repeatedly use Hurt More. Attack directly. Found near Hawksness, Canlan, and Dragonlord's Castle. Okay, we're gonna stop spell him. 3. Okay, so he has weak physical attacks. So that's good. Let's try this. 32. Hurt more. Blocked. Tough shit, wizard boy. And I two-shotted him. Nice. And 50 experience points and 150 pieces of gold. Nice. Okay, so his only strength is the Hurt More spell. Without it, he's a sitting duck. I'm gonna stop spell this. I want to see how I fare now against the Starboy now that I have a silver shield. Oh my effing lord. Okay. Yep, can't use heal more if it's blocked. Star Wyvern's down, 43 XP, 155 pieces of gold. Okay, so a third of my herb supply is now gone. But it's not... But I'm not in dire straits right now, so I'm just gonna go right back to the other area. Gone. Okay, so it looks like the Silver Shield definitely helped. It's helping me stand up to the Demon Knights in a way. Okay. Okay, so for the time being, I just want to grind up a bit. So, I'm still not 100% comfortable in going into Hawksness because after having to deal with the likes of the werewolves and the Star Wyverns. So let's just... We're going to be grinding up for a bit around this spot. And I'm going to see if I can have better luck against the metal slimes. And apparently I just cannot seem to have good luck against the metal slimes. They still kick my... They still manage to run away from my ass. Alright. Let's see what this... We're slowly approaching the 2-hour mark. But so far, we only got, like, 1 level up. Kinda not liking that, but it's understandable given the current circumstances that we've been put through. But we are slowly getting all the loose ends in this game tied up. We got ourselves a flame sword, the silver shield, we rescued the princess, we beat our first metal slime, we took a brief look in the town of Hawksness. What else have we accomplished? Well, we managed to encounter a wizard, a werewolf, a Star Wyvern. We beat a Star Wyvern, a werewolf, a green dragon. Yeah, we also took out 2 bosses. We took out a golem and a green dragon. So yeah, we've got a lot done today, all things considered. I mean, we still also need to... We also need to find the proof of our heritage to Erdrick. Okay, so the next XP goal is 16,000. So we still have a ways to go. At this point, I'm not sure if there's any further need for gold. So I don't think gold's even relevant at this point in the game anymore, because I'm already making money hand over fist, so I can replenish my herbs and stay at the inn any time I want. So I have to keep an eye on the XP meter from now on. But if I can earn more victories against those metal slimes, the leveling process will get a lot easier. A lot easier. So we're just gonna stick to this field here, where we have a 1 in 5 chance of encountering a metal slime. But the other chances being these demon knights, or a magic wyvern, or a regular knight, or a wraith knight. Okay, the demon knights are no longer an issue for me to deal with, so that's good. The silver shield helped immensely. As long as I can have nice quick victories, I shouldn't have to worry about being down here. But anything can happen in the world of Dragon Warrior, anything. This game does not this game will not hold your hand for long. And when that hand is let go, oh, you're gonna be in for it. You are gonna be in for reality. And I completely ignored the message that my spell was blocked. Oh, fuck me. Okay. Getting our purse back up a little bit at a time. I mean, at this point, I don't even have to worry about my purse. I have more than enough to stock up on herbs, as well as stay at the inn when needed. I mean, the prices of herbs do not change from town to town. Unlike inn rates. And magic key rates, because magic keys and inn rates are subject to free market interest, while regular equipment is subject to fair market interests. Okay, so we're past 14,000 XP. Okay, keep these victories up, keep them quick, and we should be leveled up in no time. Okay, Let's see how we're doing over here. So now we're back to full health, but we are running low on MP again, so I have to pay close attention to that meter. Okay. $115 XP and 4 gold. Got my next victory against the Metal Slime. If I could only chase one slime after another. Level grinding wouldn't be such a pain in the ass. Oh, the damage calculation difference is is so significant now that I have the silver shield and the next level up. So it just goes to show, one level, you're going to be struggling against a certain enemy, next level, you're going to be treating them... You're basically going to treat them like hot knives through butter. Okay, we're making good strides here. Okay, let's see if we can get... And they always preempt me. I fucking hate it when they do that. Well, while we're doing this, I might as well just open up another topic of discussion. So, just recently, I've made an appointment with an employment office, and they're going to be putting me through 12 weeks of training, provided I don't get a job within that time. But I'm also happened to apply for a new position at a new barcade that had opened up here in our city. Oh, another victory. Cool. 115 XP, 4 gold. Nice. And, with the result, I'm pretty much applying to be a part-time cleaner at the new barcade that had opened up. Now, whether I get the job or not remains to be seen. I mean, there's a possible chance that they're not going to give me the job because I'm sorry to have to... Because, maybe it's probably because of the fact that I pretty much am a male, and probably, like, there's already this traditional chauvinistic approach to... Well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to call it chauvinistic, but there's an old sexist approach that say that women are expected to do the cleaning, even though that's a pretty much an outdated mentality. Because like I said, I have no problem getting things cleaned up, even though I'm a male. But if I get rejected for the job, I most likely will never know the exact reason, even though this would probably be one of the reasons that I'd suspect. So, in this particular instance, all I could do is, like, I'm hoping I get the job as a part-time cleaner at the new barcade that opened up in the city, but, again, anything can happen. All I can do is, like, apply. I submit your resume, fill out the application form, and see what comes out of it. But if I were to get the job, I mean, it is pretty much going to be a morning shift. Because the place needs to be spick and span before the bar opens up for patrons during the evening hours, since they tend to open up around 6 o'clock, and can go till 1 a.m. in the morning. But if I don't get the job, then it's going to be 12 weeks of training with the new employment office in the city. And we're going to see how it fares. And he runs away again. Okay, we're down to 11 MP, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Return. So it is 8 MP to use. So you have to make sure you always have at least 8 MP left to get yourself out of that little sticky situation. Okay, we're past the 2-hour mark, but I do want to get at least one more level up before we have to call it a day. But depending upon my mood, I might just go to level 18. Or if I have a lot of things to talk about today. Okay, we're heading right back into the action. So anyways, yes. I'm going to be working with an employment office called Opportunities for Employment. They have me set up for a 12-week training program, and my first meeting is scheduled for February 12th at 9 a.m. in the morning. I'm going to see what comes out of this. And if this gives me the chance to become a good employee at any job, then we'll see. Because what I can't rely upon my revenues, upon ad revenues and donations to coffee forever, because it really only pays peanuts compared to what I pretty much owe around this household, and rent does need to be paid. So I am gonna have to get a good job aside from doing this, which is, I mean, when you really think about it, like 2 to 3 hours of streaming can only net you so much every couple. 2 to 3 hours of streaming every couple days can only net you so much, and it's not going to be enough for me to cover the bills around here. So I do need a better job. But the problem is there is that extra obstacle, the fact that I am on the autism spectrum, and I need to have a job that can actually reflect my current situation. So, we'll see what comes out of this. But right now, I'm not in severe financial straits. I do have enough to cover expenses for well into next year. But remember, that well can and will dry up at some point. So you do need to have someone that replenishes it after a while. And a good salary is what you will need to do that. So, fingers crossed that I can get the job at the new barcade that's opened up in the city, or whatever job that I can get after the training program is over with Opportunities for Employment. My roommates are also helping me out financially as well, a little bit at a time, so that's good. And yeah. Also, I've been looking at the news, and there is always this increasing threat about these trade tariffs on Canada. Now, what we have to realize here is, I'm not really a believer in the fact that these tariffs need to exist, because it's punishment for a problem that's way beyond our capability here, and you're basically punishing us for what is essentially a drug crisis that should be more of a health-related issue rather than a legal-related issue. Because after all, why? Because that is what I'm going to look at it as a health issue, and to try to make it into a legal issue is just is just incredibly asinine. So, with these tariffs in place, I mean, it's gonna make grocery shopping a lot harder, but we'll find a way to manage. And all I can say is that I'm just hoping that things are going to get better as a result, because even though this is really just pie in the sky, even though this is simply just pie in the sky rhetoric, but we'll see what happens. Also, in other news, let's see what else has been happening in my neck of the woods lately. So I've had a good visit with my dad this weekend. The man's been doing well, although his dementia is starting to seep in. But it still hasn't got to the point where he's become completely disabled. But I will have to pay another visit to him in another couple weeks to see how he's doing, even though I do phone him every night to see as well how he's doing. It is going to have to involve a lot of other things. I mean, such as making sure his bills are paid, making sure that he's checking his blood pressure. I may have to even pretty much just file a request to the city to have him have a personal care worker assigned to him. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, it's a lot of major things are. So you see a lot of things. I mean, the old man pretty much had offered to drive me back to my roommates after my visit with him, but apparently he also accidentally went down a one-way street in the opposite direction, and while other cars have been honking at him to let him know that he went down the wrong way, fortunately there was a parking lot that he was able to pull into in order to fix his error, because after all, the parking lot also exited out onto another street that did show the correct direction. So we were fortunate enough to get out of there without getting ourselves into a serious car accident. And yeah. So unfortunately, if he's going to start losing his sense of direction, I mean, that could be very problematic, because I do need to help out my roommates here, but at the same time, I have to also help out my dad, and then there's going to be times when I might even have to run back and forth between houses to check to see how he's doing versus how my roommates are doing. And I don't want to have it come to that situation if it can be helped. I mean, I would like to have my dad get some proper home care, but with my unemployment situation as well as this growing dementia, it's going to be tough. But at the same time, I can't just live with my dad indefinitely, because unfortunately he's gotten pretty difficult in age and now just wants to believe his own right-wing propaganda at the expense of common sense, and pretty much has his own personal values, which has to involve being overly assertive towards trivial matters for the sake of making himself look more authoritarian than what he really is now. So there's that apparently issue, and of course we've been butting heads about political issues around the house. We've been butting heads about political issues around the house, as well as how certain things need to be done around the house. I mean, he has his way of doing things, I have mine, never mind the fact that both of our methods produce results, even though my results are more efficient, but that's a story for another day. And you can see how it is. So, my life is a total hodgepodge, and all you can really do is just keep trucking through it and hope that I'm gonna get a big break, because I need a big break. I need a big break financially so I can support both my dad, myself, and my roommates, and making sure that I can be on the up and up, especially in this particular economy. Okay, so we're 15,199 points, so we are already, let's see. Okay, so we are now less than 1,000 points away to the next level. So it looks like we're making decent strides down here, but we can't attempt the Dragon Lord's castle just about yet. We're just gonna hang around here in the southwest for a bit until better opportunities present themselves. Okay, so it looks like things are smoothing out here in the southwest. But I'm hoping that I'm gonna at least have a chance to pull better victories over the Star Wyverns, the Werewolves, and the Green Dragons when I reach level 17. I wish it would stop failing. I want a victory here. And he runs away because the attack keeps failing. Even though I have a flame sword, the attack keeps failing. So this is still going to go on for a little while, so I might as well open up another little topic. So, I don't know, so since we're on the topic of barcades, a job that I'm pining for right now, I'm gonna give you guys a little story. See, a couple decades ago, we used to have a little bar in down out on Pembina Highway called the Cock and Mussel Pub. Cock meaning the rooster and mussel just meaning clams. Get your heads out of the gutter. Anyways. So, the interesting story about the Cock and Mussel Pub was that it pretty much had, it was a two-story, it was two. Okay, what the hell is the matter with the audio in this game? Anyways. When I actually used to attend the Cock and Mussel Pub back in the day, I mean, I was pretty much in my early 20s at the time. More specifically, actually, I was 20 years old, to be more specific. And during that time, I was with an anime club. And, it was pretty much... I mean, it was... Let me take a look here. It was my third year with that anime club, to be more precise. Well, I mean, and the anime club that I was in, had pretty much changed locations for... It had changed locations already a couple times. First time it was at the university. Second time we had it at a Japanese cultural center. The third time we've actually moved into the Cock and Mussel Pub, more specifically on the second floor, because it actually had... On the second floor, there was a little cafe that used to be... It doesn't exist anymore. It's now, but it was called All Your Base Cafe, you know, in reference to the classic name of All Your Base or Belong to Us. Now, it was pretty much a LAN cafe. So so there were computers set up with a lot of PC games on that people love to play. With some of the games at the time being Counter-Strike, as well as Serious Sam, and if I remember correctly, Heroes of Might and Magic, and as well as Warcraft and Starcraft. Those were the days. Anywho, stop a spell. So anyways, our anime club at the time set up shop inside that little cafe. And that cafe, aside of the fact that we had access to LAN computers to play our games, we also basically were able to order some good pub fare, such as matzo jalapeno, jalapeno matzo sticks, burgers, fries, chicken wings, chicken fingers, and all the pop you can drink, because it was unlimited pop. I mean, they did sell beer, but the beer was basically more restricted to the first floor, and there were ID checks at the time, just as like they are now, because you can't have minors in there. However, I mean, we did go down every now and then just to sit around and talk, provided we didn't order any alcohol. Because, at the time, I didn't really have my driver's license, so I couldn't really order anything. Off that menu because I still looked youthful. But anywho, so let's just get down to business here. Let's get down to the meat of the argument. For the longest time, the Cock and Muscle Pub was pretty prosperous. It had decent turnout by its patrons. People went in, ordered chicken wings, watched sports on TV, or pretty much just were able to shoot the shit with their fellow friends, the whole 9 yards. But at some point, management changed hands, and the new manager at the time instigated a new policy. And the policy was that from now on, every patron that comes in to the pub is required to tuck in their seat after they have finished their business there. It was not a request, it was not an option, it was a mandate. If you wanted to partake in any of the service at the Cock and Muscle Pub, you were obligated to tuck in your seat after you had finished your business. So, and you know what, in retrospect, the policy, while understandable, was enormously silly. And just incredibly asinine and stingy. I can understand that tucking in your seat after you've completed your business at an establishment is considered an act of goodwill and good etiquette, and a good courtesy to the staff who work there. Under no circumstances should it ever be considered an obligation, because at some point there is a possibility that there could be patrons who might be stuck with an emergency situation and they have to rush out the door. And what are you really going to do? You're going to yell at them to come back into the pub and just order them to tuck in their seats just because you don't really want to deal with the extra burden of tucking in the seats back into the tables? But apparently the new manager at the time was very adamant in believing that all patrons had to tuck in their seats. Because if they didn't, they would be banned from the pub. And yes, he was fully prepared to lose business just to uphold that sense of etiquette. So let's cut back to me. Like, this was of September of 2002. I mean, one of my fellow anime club members, and we had our anime club on the second floor of the pub, mind you, where we watched anime while also snacking on chicken fingers and also enjoying the pop and also some nice hot chicken soup and stuff. But anyways, one of the fellow club members and I pretty much went downstairs to have a chat about random stuff, including the conventions and anime in the West in general, because anime at the time was still only in the upswing and things, meaning that it was still it was still in the height of its boom period, where it wasn't mainstream yet, but it was no longer a niche either. So we were still like talking about stuff related to that, but also at that point, the manager did come around and informed the both of us that there was a policy now in place where it said, once you are pretty much done with your business at the table, you have to tuck in your seats. And while I understand that from an etiquette standpoint, to make it an official policy, again, I just consider that incredibly asinine, and I still think it's asinine to this day. Yes, it's not good etiquette to not tuck in your seat once you're finished your business at an establishment. But at the same time, the business isn't going to fold up and die if one of the seats were left untucked. However, it was the new policy and it had to be enacted. So what I pretty much had told the manager in reply was, and these were my exact words: "Okay, I'll do it." So when the manager heard my little reply, he gave me a look like he just gave me a total deer caught in the headlights look. Stepped right up to me and flat out said, "Get the fuck out." And I looked at him with a deer caught in the headlights expression, and I was pretty much shocked by what he just told me. And then I said, like, What do you mean? I mean, what did I say? And then he cuts me off and said, "Hey, are you lipping with me?" I said, "Get the fuck out." So, again, I looked at him with a deer caught in the headlights expression again. But at that point, I just realized that there was nothing I could say or do to help myself in this situation, no matter how hard I would protest. So I told him, "Okay, alright, I'm going, just let me get my things and I'm out of here." So what I had to do then was head up to the second floor, get my bag, get my coat, put it on, and just head back downstairs and go right out the door. And just as I was going out the door, the club president at the time had just come in the door, and he was like, and he just asked me, "Where are you going?" And I told him, "I was kicked out." And he had this look of complete and utter shock on his face, like wondering, how did this happen? Why did this happen? And then the other club member who was with me at the time, I mean, he was pretty much had this absolute shocked expression on his face when he heard that I was kicked out the door. And he had to explain to him everything. That I got kicked out because the manager exploded at me over the fact that I told him that I was going to do it, even though I did not specifically evaluate what I was going to do. When I said it, I meant I was going to tuck in my seats after I had finished my business. But the manager took that in the opposite direction. He believed that I was not going to tuck in my seats. I was not going to tuck in my chair. And just thought that I only said that to him because I was openly going to defy his policy. Which was clearly not the case, even though in retrospect, I will concede I should have been more specific in my reply. I should have told him, "Oh, okay, I will tuck in my seat," instead of saying, "Okay, I'll do it," because what the hell is it? it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be tugging in my seat right off the bat, even though that someone could argue that from a contextual standpoint it is. But what's done was done, and I was kicked out. But anyways, I'll get right back to my story after addressing this here. Okay, we've leveled up to 17. We've increased our level. Response speed has increased by 8, maximum hit points increased by 8, maximum magic points increased by 5. Tao has learned a new spell. Nice. And we got heal more. Alright, so we have our first brand spanking new spell. So first, let's check up on what the spell provides. So let's see what this spell does for us. Okay, heal more. Mid-heal. Cost is 10 magic points for the NES version. More potent than heal. Mid-heal restores 85 to 100 HP each time you chant it. Alright, so that's what it is. It's a better heal spell, and all I can say is, it's about damn time. We needed a better heal spell this entire time, since I didn't want to resort to using standard heal and the herbs forever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna return. We are going to stop. We're gonna stop and fill up with herbs and rest up at the inn. Alright, that's done. Okay, so we've now leveled up to 17. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to pay another visit to the king to save our progress. Okay, so now we have 92 HP, 92 MP, strength 72, agility 78. Attack power is now at 100, defense power 85. $2,994 points, so it's another 3,000 points to next level. Okay, we're gonna continue on for one more level and then we're gonna call session, because I'm still in the mood to do a little bit more grinding today. Plus, I don't have a lot of people who I can raid at this time, and I would like to have another chance to raid Maple Mackenzie after this is over. But anywho, first we're gonna repel. So anyways, let me just get back to my story here. So, I was pretty much, so again, I was kicked out of the door because of a misunderstanding regarding the tucking in of the seats at the pub. Told straight up to get the fuck out. So, while I was standing outside in the rain, just waiting for a potential ride home, I don't know how long I was standing outside in the rain. All I know was that the club president did come out and said it was okay for me. I mean, it might have been like 5 or 10 minutes, I don't know, but the club president did come out and said it was okay for you to come back inside. And he had explained everything to the manager and said it was a big fat misunderstanding. And now you said it's all hunky-dory. Well, you know what? It was hunky-dory. It did become hunky-dory afterwards, except for the fact is that the manager himself didn't have the fucking... He didn't even have the fucking guts to come outside and apologize to me to my face. He just didn't have the guts. Apparently, he already realized that he made a big fat boo-boo, but just didn't have the sense of humility to admit that he was wrong. apologized for the whole inconvenience and just let me come in. Nope, he had to have the club president come out and just let him just deliver the message for him, because apparently he just didn't want to deal with the fucking embarrassment. Well, needless to say, I did come back in, spent really the rest of the club meeting on the second floor, refused to go back to the first floor, and when I did finally have to come back downstairs, all I could say was that I didn't even bother looking in the direction of the pub. I just looked straight ahead, out, and just went out the door. Because my night was more or less ruined, even if things had been resolved. Now you might actually think, why continue to dwell upon this? Well, you know what? Well, first of all, I understand that pubs have a need for their patrons to show some proper etiquette, and I get it. Like, don't be too rowdy. I mean, pay your bills, tip when necessary. I mean, don't make a mess. But I wouldn't really consider leaving the chair untucked to be one of them. I mean, but don't get me wrong, it is good etiquette to tuck in your seat after you're finished your business at the table. But it's not something I would genuinely consider to be an overall mandate, because sometimes, yes, I know it is annoying for the manager and his staff to have to keep tucking in the seats every single time for patrons who just don't follow proper etiquette, but it's not the end of the world for your pub if people don't tuck in their seats. I mean, your pub will still go on. But if you're just going to instigate this as a mandate because you're just annoyed with having to do the job of resetting everything back to its proper place, I mean, you do end up running the risk of alienating your patrons. And if your patrons are going to continue to get alienated by these really stingy policies, they're going to take their business elsewhere. And in the case of this manager who had instigated the pro-tucking policy, apparently it did cause him to lose business. And after a couple months of this policy in effect, business pretty much plummeted by a good 75%. Patrons were having none of it. They did not want to be told how to exercise etiquette in a pub. They took their business elsewhere. So this was definitely karma at work. And instead of the manager deciding to reverse his policy and issue out an apology to the patrons for the instigation of the policy in the first place, he decided to say, fuck it, I'm just selling off the pub, and we're just gonna shut it down, and we're just gonna shut the whole thing down and just take our business elsewhere. So apparently his pride was far too great. And he chose pride over humility, and it cost him the pub. And by the end of 2002, that pub was officially shut down. Okay, destroyed another metal slime. 115 XP. Nice. So we need to get to 19,000 points in order to get to level 18. But we're making good progress now. And he's still healing up. You know what, I'm just gonna stop this little spell, because we don't need this. So getting back to my little story here, like, after the pub had shut itself down, we still held anime club meetings in that location until the end of December. After that, we were forced to move out. But all future club meetings were then held inside. I mean, they were pretty much just held inside the succeeding club president's house. So the club was no longer a public club; it was a private club, even though it was still advertised as a public club. And let me just tell you, this is just the tip of the iceberg of of the many. That was just the tip of the iceberg for the many sins this club had committed in the name of upholding its own reputation. But that's something I'm not. But that's not something I'm going to be dealing with today. I just wanted to mention the whole situation regarding the policies of the Cock and Muscle pub. But I guess the big lesson that needs to be taken away from here is, while etiquette is important in a pub, to make etiquette mandatory from a management standpoint is just asking for your patrons to take their business elsewhere. Sometimes mandating manners is not a good payoff in the long term. It's just leave the manner lessons up to guardians, parents, and other caregivers, and let's not make that an official policy of your waterhole establishments, because you're just asking for your customers to take their business elsewhere. That's just one story I have from the lifestyle that I lived. Okay, let's take a look. We're at level 17, 16,660. So, the goal right now is to get to 19,000 points and have our hero at level 18. Once it gets to level 18, then we're going to be calling... We're just going to be calling we're going to call session for today. Okay, so we're going to stop the spell. I mean, if we had more people in here, we're going to probably see what other type of... We could always see what other type of interesting stories they would have in order to help keep the the atmosphere going in this here. Just to keep the atmosphere going in this here stream. Okay, so let's see if we can try and get as many metal slimes destroyed as possible. Because the more metal slimes we destroy, the faster we can level up to 18. And like I said, I'm not really confident to go into the town of Hawksness just yet. You know what? I'm going to save the town of Hawksness for next stream. Because we already got a lot this stream. We've done a lot. I mean, getting the flame sword and the silver shield is just good enough for me for the day. Oh, that's right, I got heal more, so let's give this baby a... Okay, we got ourselves a full health, and it only cost us 10 MP. I gotta make this into a better habit than constantly spamming the heal spell all the time. Okay, at least we're making some decent payouts here. Well, since it's going to be another while before we get to level 18, and maybe I might as well open up another topic of discussion. So, anyways, I have been talking about being part of an anime club in this city for a while. And, like, I've been pretty much with this anime club, from 2000 to... From 2000 to 2013, roughly. So I was only with the anime club for like 13 years before I decided to drop out entirely due to political differences. And again, I don't really want to make this a topic of discussion for today's stream because it is a bit of a sensitive issue, but all honesty, I would just say that a lot has changed in anime in America during these past 20 years. I mean, it went from being a niche that was easily exploited by license holders who didn't know how to deal with it, to honestly one of the biggest pop culture pastimes of all time. I mean, you have Crunchyroll, you have High Dive, you have Pluto, you have Tubi. You got a lot of this stuff. I mean, it's you know what, it's so much more easier to access anime now than ever before. I mean, back in the old days, holy shit, you did not have much in terms of options. You had to deal with whatever censored crap was airing on television, plus watching whatever video was being shown in the anime club at the time, and if you had a good internet connection, you could download fan sub shows and just go off of there. I mean, those days were rough, but fuck me if we didn't enjoy what we were doing. Another victory against the Metal Slime. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up. I want nothing but... Oh yeah, that's what I'm looking at, baby. That's what I'm looking at. One quick victory against the Metal Slime after another. That is how you level up very quickly. Yes, keep it going. Keep it going. Let's keep the mojo going here. No. Damn it. Guess that's what happens when you... I guess that's what happens when you gamble. At some point, your winning streak does come to an end. But I was still able to reap the rewards. And still enjoy the result of reaping those rewards. So I don't have to worry about the gold anymore, because we no longer have to worry about buying any more expensive stuff in the game. The Silver Shield was the most expensive item to get. Now we're just going to run up our gold meter to cap. Now, both the gold and the experience meter have a cap of 65,535, which is similar to that of the unsigned integer variable declaration. It was also the same thing that we had with Zonobi, where the XP meter stopped at 65,535. Sorry guys, it's just the dogs barking in the back. My roommate's friend has a roommate. A friend of my roommates has decided to drop by today, and they're just gonna just sit around and watch some shit on TV. I'm really not liking these. I'm not really liking the stuttering in the music that keeps happening in here, but I think that's just got a lot to do with. It's got a lot to do with the compatibility between the emulator and the laptop that I'm using right now. Sorry guys, the dogs. I mean, that's just life in this household. Oh, get preempted by a Demon Knight. Okay, so remember, the next goal is 19,000 XP, so we have to build our meter to 19,000 XP in order to get to level 18. So, and then once we get to level 18, we're going to call session. Oh, I keep forgetting I have heal more. Jeez Louise. Force of habit, people. Sorry. Force of habit. Once you've been playing this game as long as I have, that happens. Let's see if I can get a win. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Give me that sweet, sweet XP. Yes, let's keep rolling that natural 20 against the enemies. Just get those victories up nice and quick, so we can get ourselves to level 18 in no time. See, that's how you... I mean, if I can keep getting random natural 20s like those past couple fights, it'll be very fortuitous, and I won't have to worry about spending too much time grinding. I mean, grinding isn't really all that hard in this game. I mean, grinding to the next level isn't really all that hard in this game. You just have to know where to look and which enemies will give you the better payouts. Now this, like I said before, this is just one of two ways for me to grind in this game. At the later levels, that is. Yeah, I could spend as much time as I want here. I can spend as much time as I want here in the southwest corner of the kingdom, or I could go into Dragon Lord's castle and run laps and face off against even tougher enemies there, where even though they will not give me the payout equivalent to that of the Metal Slime, I can still earn a decent amount just by fighting all the other enemies in there combined, to the point that I can level up every half an hour. But for the time, we're going to be trying that attempt in the next session. But for now, let's just focus on the Metal Slime field. And, I guess I could use a regular heal in this case. Alright. But we are running low on MP, so we are going to have to pay close attention, because we still need 8 MP in reserve to get ourselves back to the castle. You know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna return. Okay, I didn't have to use a single Earth. That's good. That is good. Alright, so back we go. So we're gonna repel the minor riffraff and focus only on the major riffraff. So everything in this game is slowly coming together. You're kidding me. I hit him once with a flame sword and it wasn't enough to fall the skeleton. That's crazy. Okay, that's what I want to see. I want to see one-shot victories against mid-tier enemies. I mean, gold men really don't matter anymore because I already purchased the silver shield, but whatever, I'll just humor myself by killing them and just looting their corpse and adding all of it to my purse. Okay, 17,916, let's go. Okay, I can one-shot Wolf Lords with ease, that's good. Alright, so we have 1,001 more points to go. We've already surpassed 14,800 gold, so now we're just on our way to making nothing more than pure profit at this point. Okay, 18,032, we are now down to the last leg of the grind for today's session. So let's just bring this on home for today. Still would rather prefer a metal slime at this point. I mean, I would rather just have nothing but the metal slimes. Nothing but nights after nights after nights. Is the randomization algorithm busted? I think I might have busted the randomization algorithm in this game. Nope. Okay, so now we have somebody different. You know, I've got to use a regular heal because we're not completely down into the danger zone. But at least I can last more longer in battle than ever before, compared to how it was last level. That plus the silver shield and the flame sword. I'm now no longer too scared to be down here in the southwest corner of the map. Sometimes one level or one little piece of equipment can make all the difference here. But there's still one more piece of equipment. No, two more pieces of equipment to get before we would be fully ready to take on the Dragon Lord. So there's still plenty to do next session, not just in terms of leveling up. Leveling up is just one part of it. We still gotta get 2 more pieces of equipment, 1 key item that will lead it to the acquisition of another key item, and I would say that then that would pretty much be the game. But we do have 13 more levels to go before we hit the cap, and since we are RPG Capper, we don't stop until we reach the fabled level of 30. But I'm gonna try as best as I can to cut down on the amount of time it takes to grind and to grind and level up. Because I know how tedious these sessions can get. Okay, I'm just gonna put it back to the full limit of 92. I don't really want to spam the regular heal spell at this point. Okay, we've surpassed the 3-hour mark of this stream. So now this is pretty much the longest stream I've ever had to do, but you know what, that's fine. I'm gonna keep at it until we get to level 18. And the faster I can kill off the metal slimes, the faster we can level up. You know, for any of my viewers here who watched this stream, just remember that my Discord is still available, and you can just access the Discord by clicking on the link below on my channel page, and you could join in, and then we could pretty much have more greater discussions on other matters, not just in terms of the video game that I'm playing, but also in other subjects too, provided that you guys do follow the rules, because we do not. Because remember, it's one thing to be passionate, but let's not be assholes here, okay? Because we do need to show a little bit of respect and understanding towards one another here. And runs away. So I have my Discord account that you guys can join by clicking the link below. You can also support me on my Ko-fi account by clicking the links below. Remember, if you like what you see, and you would like to support, don't hesitate to drop off a donation. It would be, any donation, no matter how small, will be greatly appreciated. And if you really can't afford to donate, that's fine too. Just having you on here as a member of the Capper crew means a lot to me. It genuinely does mean a lot to me, as the runner of RPG Capper. Why did I do that? I need to use sleep. So now that everyone has now been now that everyone has seen my Simon's Quest stream, just to all let you know that I just wanted to be able to beat the game with the cap of 6, and in turn also receive all 3 of the game's endings. So I just also wanted to show to all of you that it is possible to beat the game at level 6 and get all 3 endings, especially the best ending, which is tough to get, but completely doable. But since the policy of RPG Capper is to alternate between turn-based and action RPGs, I'm just still deciding what will be the next action RPG to play now that Simon's Quest is completed. I do have a few candidates in store for the next action RPGs. For the next action RPG grinding session. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But all I can say is that I have several candidates in store for what will be the next action RPG that'll be put on this channel. All I can say is you guys will just need to wait and see on Thursday, since that will be the next scheduled stream. But if you really want to see the... So, Thursday we'll be starting a new action RPG. And if you're curious to understand, and if you're curious to know what it may be, just keep your eyes peeled in the Discord or the Coffee account, and I will make the announcement sometime tomorrow. Okay, so let's take a look. We have 18,657, so we're almost there. We are almost at the cap. We are almost at the next level. And they've run away from me again. But take out this guy. Alright, not too long now. Oh, what a difference a single level makes, as well as a single piece of equipment. Last time I was too afraid to play fuck around and find out with the Demon Knights, now I can handle these guys with ease. Put ourselves back to 92. And get back into the action. I really hate it when it says that the attack had failed. I mean, I have a flame sword. I mean, what more do you want out of me? I'm beginning to wonder if it's even worth putting these knights to sleep anymore, because I'm already strong enough to handle these guys on my own 2 feet. Alright, let's move on. So we're just about at the goal of 19,000 points. Okay, now we are 98 more points. We are 98 points away from leveling up to 18. Almost there. There's only so much you can heal yourself up before you realize that you're losing more HP than gaining it back. I wonder if going through these hills will help force a slime encounter. Nope. Well, it was worth a try. Alright. Okay, almost there. Let me just move around here a bit. Maybe I might better extend it. 5 more points to go. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna cast Return. And I'll just take on the regular slimes for the remainder of this session. Or I can at least take on the occasional Draki. Okay, 4 more slimes to go. Or am I going to actually face off against one Draki and help reduce the amount? Three more slimes to go. Or... two more slimes to go. One more slime to go. Virgin Wood Chef Sturdy Well that has been promoted to next level. Higher power increased by 13. Speed increased by 6. Maximum hit points increased by 13. Maximum action points increased by 7. No new spell. Alright. I don't need to worry about fighting more of these enemies, so let's just go back to town to rest up. Herbs are on full stock, so I just need to rest at the inn. Okay, now we're gonna go see the king, save the game, and end session. Another 3,000 points to level 19. Alright guys, so that is Dragon Warrior for today's session. Okay, so let's see who's gonna be on for a raid. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna have to just raid Ustrahazu because he's on. Okay, so the raid's been set, so hey, say hi to Ustrahazu for me, guys, and for that I say, see you next stream.